morning, everyone. It is the beginning of a new week here in the village, and so many things are going on. I got a new author, Carol Bellavance, working on her book. We have, due to the extreme blessed increase of new authors that we're getting, and the things are posted here as well. I have had to post a list of requirements. They are no longer guidelines. I can no longer accept any books that are sent to me in piecemeal. That is, I'm going to send you a chapter by chapter. I cannot do that. I have to have a completed manuscript. The reason for that is because when I am sent chapter by chapter, and some people even put them in the body of an email, I have to download that file. I have to reformat that file. I then have to copy and paste that chapter into a book. It is time consuming, things get lost, and it is just not a professional way of sending me a book. I cannot put colored pictures into a 6x9 book. The reason for that, the cost to print that with those colored pictures, your readers will not be able to afford it. So any photos or any graphics for the 6x9 books have to be in black and white. It's just the nature of the beast. If you're doing a children's book, please do not put your graphics in the book, because I have to go back in and resize those graphics to fit an 8.5 by 8.5 book. If you send me the graphics, then I have to take the entire book apart. I have to save that particular page in an 8.5 by 8.5 and rebuild that book from the beginning. It is time consuming. Our goal here is to get your book out as quickly as possible and in the most professional way possible. I'm also, please do not number your pages. I don't care if it's a children's book, if it's an adult book, if it's a YA book. I don't care. Do not number your pages. Do not put any extras at the top or at the bottom, because then I have to go into the footers and headers and take all of that out and format that book to the 6x9 format. And I know that most of you have an idea for a cover in your head. I understand that. But you also have to understand that the Kindle, the Audible, the hard copy, and the paperback copy require different formats for the cover. A children's book has to have a bleed section on its cover. Ergo, if you put the title and your name on the front of that book, then I'm going to come back to you and say, I need a blank graphic, because I will not be able to change that. I ask each author this question: do you want to blend in with the millions of books that are out there? Or do you want to stand out so that when someone sees the cover of your book, they remember that book? When I do a cover here at Midnight Publishing, the front cover starts the story. The back cover, if there's a graphic on it, it continues the story. When I go to build a cover for a book, it is already building in my head as I am formatting your book. As a photographer, as an author, as a oil painting artist, things start forming in my head. So if you have a cover in mind and it's not fitting, I'm going to come back and say, are you married to this cover? And if you tell me yes, I will do the cover. But understand, if you come back to me later and say, Yvonne, I was wrong, Will you change the cover? I'll do it once. I'll change it once for nothing. But if I have to change it 2 or 3 times, there's going to be a charge. I love my authors. I love future authors. I love what I do. Time is important. And in order to facilitate the authors that I have out there, the incoming authors, y'all going to have to help me. You have to help me. It is not logical to spend a solid month on a book. Not if it's sent to me properly. All I should have to do is look for grammatical errors, hinky sentences that would sound better with a wording differently, making sure that the paragraphs have no lines or spaces between them, that everything is single spaced, that everything is indented 2 spaces, put numbers on it, create a cover, and get it up there. You don't have to wait a year or more. So please help me with this. It is very, very important. I've been in this business for over 20 years. I have been a photographer for 50 years. I have been an artist for 8 or 9 years. So I know what I'm doing. I'm also asking that when you get so-called feedback from some folks that only see a cover up as on your Facebook page or on some of your social media and they're not real happy with it, they have to understand that what they're seeing is not what it looks like in person. Good morning, Andrea. She's sending me a new book. Yay! Speaking of Andrea, her book, The Mercenary Files, is now live on Kindle. It should be live all the way around, hardback, not hardback, but Kindle and paperback. I've got to go in and put it in Audible tomorrow. This woman, she's just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. She sends me a book, I do a cover, we move on. Because she believes in the process and she believes in me as her publisher. And that's another thing. If you don't believe in the process and you don't believe in Midnight Publishing, then we're not the publisher for you. Go someplace else and pay thousands of dollars. Or Errol's Journey by Bonnie Clark is now live on Kindle. It goes live in paperback, hardback. I have to put it up in Audible on the 27th. Where's Wags, Steep Steps, and Secrets all go live in paperback and Kindle on the 27th. Errol's Journey goes live in paperback and hardback on the 27th. The Curious Flamingo and Her Christmas Town, it goes live on November the 3rd. So there's a whole lot of new books coming out there for our audience. And I need to throw this out there. I am still pushing Andrea's book, Welcome to Crowhaven Chapel. That is one phenomenal spiritual, inspirational book for someone who is in the goth community. And you might say, well, they don't believe in God. Oh, yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do. Andrea has a very deep faith. I have a new friend named Sheila. Very deep faith. Yes. So if you know a young person, or anyone for that matter, who is struggling with their faith, you see I'm dressed in black. I stay in black. Black is a color. And they're in the goth community. Order this book for them. If they live in another state, that's okay. Drop ship it to them. Or send it to them via Kindle. It's a great, great, great gift for the silly season. as all these other books that are coming out. If you have children, or you know someone who's, we all know someone who has children, order them. Cornfield Flyers of East Tennessee by Linda Humphrey. My Angel Book and Sally's Heart by Mary Brotherton. Where's Wags, which is coming out on the 27th by Rose Padrick. And then The Curious Flamingo in Her Christmas Town on November the 3rd. We have 5 children's authors, 6. Isaac Jones, Butler and Lester, Enemies No More by Isaac Jones. All of these are great little books. They all are entertaining. They're all interactive. And they all teach lessons. So, until tomorrow, when I update you again, I will say, have the day that you deserve, and know that we are here for you, but you got to believe in the process. You have to understand that we are professionals at what we do, and we know what we're doing. We understand what we're doing. But you've got to send me completed manuscripts, not piecemeal. Piecemeal will get kicked back. The requirements have been pinned to the Midnight Publishing page, and you will see all of our new imprints. It is imperative, ladies and gentlemen, and I have very few requirements. But it's getting to the point, we now have over 20 authors, including myself. And my authors are sending me repeat manuscripts. So if you're going to join us, you got to join us right. So until tomorrow, have the day that you deserve. I love you all. I appreciate you all. You all are amazing.